In August 2009, 3 high school students were recorded themselves having sex with underage girls. They themselves were underage. In 2009, again, a 16-year-old girl was recorded having sex with I think it was 5 or 6 young men. And now that 5-minute video is everywhere in her community. She can never escape now. She is clearly visible in the video, but the perpetrators are not. And think about how we conceptualize a typical rape victim. Right? A typical rape victim is screaming, writhing, shouting. A lot of young women are now drugged. They are not having any response at all. They look conscious because their eyes are open, but they're not moving, right? They can't move. They're not got control. So if you watch that video, you might think that there's nothing necessarily, she's just being a passive participant, right? You might not think that's rape if you watch it. So also consider what we think a typical rape victim looks like. I'm going to thank in advance Peter Benjamin from Cell Life for providing this, the rest of my presentation. Peter Benjamin from Cell Life. Cell Life is an organization that focuses on using cell phone applications for HIV/AIDS prevention, treatment and care. Very good resource for you as organization, so please take down his contacts. And I'm going to be showing you some of the tools that he uses. You got his numbers. cell-life.org.za. Can I move?
Wait, I just want to take down the number. Sorry, I'm a bit slow.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Is it possible that we can arrange that you visit our organizations and do workshops around this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, ready to move on? Okay. All right. Let's look at broadcast SMS. Okay, so this basically is I'm broadcasting a message across a whole lot of numbers. How you get those numbers is another question you have to ask yourselves. There's no directory of cell phone numbers. There's the South African telephone directory, but it doesn't have cell phone numbers in it. Okay, so you need to have a strategy for getting the cell phone numbers of people in your constituency. You might already have them. You know those sign-up sheets you often have at workshops, and so you might have asked people's telephone numbers. So you might have a couple of those back in the office from ages ago that you can use for this purpose. But start to think about getting people's cell phone numbers, but make sure that you get permission to message them. Okay. All right. Broadcast SMS. Basically, it is organization can send out an SMS to a list of known numbers, 10 or 1,000 numbers, from 10 to 1,000, and can be scheduled. So in other words, I can schedule my message for Sunday at 3 o'clock or for Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Or in the case of reminding people about their appointments at clinics, when the person comes in and I'm scheduling their next appointment, I can immediately put into my computer, send this person an SMS 2 hours before their appointment date. Okay. All right, so that's very nice functionality there, but you can have it ahead of time. The positive thing is everyone can use it. There are no fancy phones necessary. All right, so if you've got an old clunky phone, you can still use SMS. It's a universal thing. The bad thing is there's a 160 character limit on this, and the person who's sending the SMS has to get the keyword exactly right. So in other words, this is your message. Have you taken your ARVs today? If you're taking nevirapine, make sure your doctor monitors your liver, as it could get damaged by the drugs. So in